Sunlight streams down between towering canyon walls as rushing water echoes through the rocky gorge below. Water rushes and swirls in brilliant blue torrents. Debo and Kale climb along the rocky cliff face as Debo asks, "Isn't this getting a bit too dangerous?" Debo's eyes widen with concern as he asks, "What?" A brilliant flash of light erupts across the sky above the mountainous landscape. Debo calls out through the forest clearing, "Oh, hunters!" The title screen displays "The Last Adventurer" in bold lettering. Debo speaks up, saying, "When the treasure was discovered." A character explains, "I didn't know until now, but I really want to know. Please tell me." Two figures rush forward through the forest clearing, their footsteps echoing as they move with urgent purpose. Kuyi's eyes widen with sudden realization, his expression shifting to one of understanding. The masked figure crosses his arms and declares, "There is no party." The masked figure breathes heavily and mutters, "Huck," as someone behind him says, "They'll explain." Kuyi tells someone that no, they don't need to wait. The dark-haired figure shouts that they found it. A massive creature with multiple glowing eyes and tentacle-like appendages looms over a small figure as someone declares they're certain about something. A monstrous creature with multiple skull-like faces and writhing tentacles fills the purple void as someone declares this is the boss of the mine dungeon. Kuyer's face contorts with fierce determination as he shouts his battle cry. Kuyer shouts angrily, "What? And you've become a madman?" Debo insists from the dungeon gate that they must find it, while Kuil refuses with growing tension. "You were there. One of the worst boss monsters I could meet in a recent dungeon, weren't you?" Debo explains that dangerous monsters lurk everywhere in dungeons, making remote attacks possible, while Kryl shouts, "What are you talking about?" and warns that if they're caught, they'll need to perform ranged attacks, though both their skills and speed are problematic for such difficult combat. Kryl sits injured against the rocky ground, bandages wrapped around his legs. "There was an escape gate," he says, "but I couldn't make it in time." Debo grins wildly as he grabs Kryl's arm. "One way or another, Debo, close your mouth," he declares. Kryl's eyes widen in complete shock as he stammers incoherently. A figure with dark hair asks how they ended up in this situation. Debo's face contorts with realization as he shouts that there were no 5 people. A hooded figure holds up a circular magical device containing a glowing red crystal as other adventurers gather in the misty forest behind them. Debo reaches toward the injured Kyle, saying, "Brother, this isn't right." Kyle holds up his hand, declaring, "Just 5 minutes." Kale looks up with a weary expression, asking, "What?" He continues speaking, "Just give me 150 mana and I'll be fine." A massive dragon soars through the green-tinted sky above a group of adventurers gathered on the ground below. Kuyi speaks a single word, "Don't." A group of adventurers stands together in formation across the forest clearing. The two figures continue across the stone-paved ground near the forest edge. Debo screams in anguish, his face twisted with pain, as he cries out, "Damn, now what am I supposed to do?" "What are you doing?" A menacing grin spreads across someone's face, revealing gleaming teeth. Debo shouts, "Don't even think about it," as he confronts the threat. The character's eyes blaze with fury as he snarls, "This age isn't one for fools to eat." Kuyi declares defiantly. We're finished too. Kuya questions whether they can handle someone hiding exceptional skills in a gate. His resolve hardens as Kale declares they can't even handle their current situation properly. Debo commands that they target the second circle and aim for the legs. A menacing face emerges with blazing eyes as a voice growls about making these bastards pay dearly. A voice demands to know why they're acting so noisy, warning that even Micah and the wizard are gone. Kyle hesitates as he growls softly, his expression troubled. Kale speaks from behind as they move through the forest terrain. I should say more, but our party. Kale extends his hand protectively and declares with fierce determination, What? Really? When did that happen? Damn, I'm the one who should protect you. The character grins menacingly and declares, Don't you have any clue about the second floor? Kuil and Debo move forward through the forest path as someone mutters, Ah. Several figures stand together on the ground, their lower bodies and robes visible in the gathering. Kuil grips his chest and declares urgently, If Mika becomes a problem, I'll use my wings. Krill raises his hand with determination and states, If we can't escape by tomorrow, we'll have to do it. A close-up reveals piercing eyes and tousled green hair against the blue sky. Kuil sits with his arms crossed and explains, There's one condition for agreeing to a complete alliance. Kuil exclaims in shock as figures collapse around him on the sandy ground. Kuil declares firmly, Now decide, as a mysterious cubic object begins to crack with purple energy. The cubic structure continues cracking with intensifying purple energy. A massive red mushroom with skull-marked spots towers over the fallen figure as purple light bathes the tiled courtyard. Purple energy swirls through the darkened sky as glowing orbs drift across the mystical landscape. A white-haired figure wielding a red weapon clashes against the massive explosive force as brilliant orange light erupts around them. A skeletal mask looms as brilliant golden energy erupts in a devastating blast. The explosive force radiates outward in blinding waves of light and flame. The purple vortex swirls with tremendous force as energy crackles through the air. Creel calls out desperately as the heroes stand ready with their weapons drawn. Debo, if someone finds us, we're finished. Orange flames streak through the air as the battle intensifies around the combatants. A massive skull materializes in the swirling purple energy, its eye sockets blazing with crimson light. The monstrous creature with skull markings roars as Debo shouts, What? What is that thing so fast? While being hurled through the air by a tremendous impact. Kuyu plummets through the swirling purple and white striped void, his dark form tumbling helplessly through the chaotic dimensional space. Debo plummets through the swirling void, his body tumbling as he calls out in the rushing air. The swirling energy dissipates as the fall comes to an end. Debo crashes through the dimensional barrier, his body spinning as he calls out, Right now, while the strange realm continues its relentless motion before they all die. Kuil slams into the stone surface with tremendous force, the impact radiating purple energy through the air. He recovers quickly, channeling blue energy through his blade as he strikes back at his towering opponent. A massive swirling vortex of blue energy erupts as someone shouts, Move quickly, while figures scatter from the mystical phenomenon. Debo falls back against the cliff face. Golden energy blasts tear through the air around him as he struggles to defend himself. Debo's eyes widen in shock as the impact reverberates through him. Multiple dragon-like creatures with glowing red eyes surge forward through the swirling debris as Debo braces himself below. Debo cries out in pain as the impact sends him reeling. A golden fist crashes forward with tremendous force as someone shouts in disbelief. "Are you satisfied?" The golden energy blazes outward in a brilliant explosion of light. Debo grips his sword tightly as he shouts, "I won't give up," while golden energy erupts around him in a blazing surge of power. Debo braces himself as a massive serpentine creature with glowing red eyes unleashes a torrent of golden fire that engulfs the battlefield. Brilliant golden light erupts around Kuil as he calls out, "Blood rise," amidst the chaotic energy. The serpentine creature's massive jaws open wide, revealing rows of deadly fangs as purple energy swirls around it. Debo's face shows intense strain as dark energy crackles around him. Fire Arrow erupts in blazing letters across a burst of orange flames. Golden energy streaks through the air in a devastating blast. The massive impact sends the spiky red creature reeling as golden energy explodes around it. The creature's massive jaws, with razor-sharp teeth, loom menacingly as it lets out a low growl. The red spiky creature erupts in a burst of golden energy as Kill shouts his attack command. Golden energy beams slam into the red creature from multiple angles as it crashes toward the rocky ground below. Debo channels swirling cyan energy through his outstretched hand as power courses around him. The massive red creature with gnashing teeth lunges forward as golden energy streaks past in the chaos. A tremendous roar erupts from the creature as it strikes. Energy blasts slice through the air in brilliant streaks of light. The creature's massive form erupts in a brilliant explosion of energy that sends shockwaves through the air. Debo grips his spear tightly as the monstrous creature's jaws and claws descend toward him through the falling rain. A character realizes something crucial and shouts, "It's quiet! It's quiet!" Both figures plummet through the rushing water as one calls out, "Move!" Kill braces himself as the powerful impact strikes. A massive mushroom creature with gleaming fangs lunges forward through the rushing water. Debo lies motionless on the rocky ground, his body twisted from the impact. The creature's skull-like face emerges from the shadows as it speaks. "Oh, this bastard!" Kill shouts with fierce determination. "I'll eat you up." Kill unleashes a blazing golden energy attack, his power swirling in brilliant spirals as he strikes back with devastating force. Debo's eyes widen in shock as the golden flames engulf him. A brilliant blue energy erupts in response, clashing against the fiery assault with tremendous force. A massive torrent of blue energy crashes through the canyon between towering cliff faces. The powerful water magic crashes down through the rocky canyon walls, sending torrents cascading between the cliff faces.